We're here now with reality TV star Kristin Cavallari of Laguna Beach and The Hills, and Barry Cavallari. And now she is taking a trip down memory lane with her new podcast called Back to the Beach with Kristin and Stephen. It launches this month. Welcome, Kristin.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
So happy to see you.
We're excited about this podcast. So you're rewatching episodes of Laguna Beach with your high school boyfriend, Stephen, 18 years after the fact. What's that been like?
So honestly, it's been the most enjoyable experience, and it's actually been very therapeutic in a lot of ways. Doing it with my high school boyfriend has allowed me to have some things cleared up that maybe, I didn't at the time. And it's funny because when everything was going on when I was 17, 18, I felt like I was the only one who was edited, and portrayed a certain way. Going back and watching it with Stephen now, I realize we all were in the same boat. Everyone was just as edited.
Hurt you most.
Yeah, exactly. So that's been really eye-opening for me. So I've actually loved this process so much.
And we do too, really. It's so fun to relive it with you. Love the show. Also, can't imagine though, being a teenager is hard enough as it is, right? And we were lucky not to have iPhones when we were going through it. You had to be a teenager and just have cameras rolling at all times. As you're looking back at this, are you like, I want a do-over? Is there anything that you are wondering why you did that, wore that?
Yeah, no, there's a lot of those moments, but it was just that time. And again, you're 17, 18, the things you say are not very smart sometimes, you do dumb stuff, but there's nothing major that I really regret. Of course, there's moments I'm not proud of, but overall, no, I can look at it now and just laugh, essentially.
So you've got Stephen there with you. Any other cast members potentially making a cameo in this podcast?
Yeah, we've had a lot of people come on. Pretty much everyone from season 1, Alex, Jason, Talon. If you're a fan of the show, you'll know who I'm talking about. But yeah, it's been really nice to reconnect with a lot of these people. I've kept in touch with a handful over the years, but it's been really fun. I have nothing but really positive things to say about this experience.
I was talking to you before we went on the air about your kids, and I was wondering if they had ever seen any of the old shows, or will they be allowed to see?
Obviously at some point they will, and now that my oldest especially gets on the computer and he knows how to Google and all of these things. But no, they haven't actually seen a full episode. MTV played them a couple years ago, and so they saw a couple moments, but they don't care, to be honest, which is fine. I think they're a little young to probably be watching it anyways. But I am able to have a conversation with them about how nothing you see on the internet is real, nothing on TV is real. So those are, it's allowed for good opportunities to have those conversations.
Totally. What do you think about this reboot? I'm sure you've heard that The Hills is doing a reboot with all new cast.
Yeah.
What do you think it's a good idea?
I get it. Listen, we're all so much older now. We have families. We are not able to just go out there and do what they want us to do. Not that I wasn't even on The Hills this last reboot, so I can only speak for everybody else. But I get it. A newer, younger generation who's willing to put it all out there. It makes sense to me.
but you're like the GOAT. Do you have any advice for these guys? This new
Don't
crop?
do it. No. No, it's fine. Just go and have a good time. I think if you really want advice going on a reality show, I don't think you can have an agenda. I think we can see through that now.
Yeah.
I was always just myself, and then obviously I edited and whatnot. But I just had a good time and looked at it as a fun opportunity.
That's so true, though, because you can tell when somebody has an agenda. I'm thinking about your shows in particular. There's a difference.
There is, yeah.
Well, you've been keeping very busy. I know there's an ad out now for your new jewelry line. It's called Uncommon James.
Yeah.
And you've got Bachelorette star Tyler Cameron in it as well. Tell us about it.
I do. He plays my love interest. Yeah, so we've been doing these videos since inception of the company, which was in 2017. And this time I just wanted to change it up. And for me, having a love interest is what I assumed would get people talking. It worked.
I think it worked. Yeah,
it worked. And Tyler's great. Obviously, I hired him because he's gorgeous, but he is the most down-to-earth, sweetest human being on the planet. So we really had a great time filming this video. It was really fun.
And how's life in Nashville?
It's great. I love it. I know we were chatting about Nashville. I'm out in the country. I live a very normal, quiet life, and I have 3 kids, and for them it's perfect. They have a go-kart. We have chickens. It's like they get to just run around, and so it's nice.
That's so nice to be able to dip in, do your work, create you're so creative with your jewelry and your skincare lines.
Thank you.
You're doing it all, girl.
Thanks, appreciate that.
Anything coming up? Anything next you want to promote?
I have a cookbook coming out in the spring, but I'll be back for that. I'll come back.
And she's also going to share all of her favorite restaurants in
Yes, I have a list on my phone because everyone comes to Nashville and wants recommendations. So I'm sending it too. Yes.
Kristin, thank you.
Thank you guys. So good to see you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.